Nevia's power is mine. Using her knowledge, my minions will infiltrate the Kiran Tor and dismantle it from the inside. Even now, my Seiyai tempt your weak-willed maidens. Your allies will surrender willingly to the Legion. But first, you must be punished. Attack, my pretties!
Hello, welcome. Thank you so much for stopping by. Cold Stare here. Today we're covering the Fury Warrior Mage Tower Challenge, where we take on Agatha in the impossible foe scenario. Fury Warrior is pretty well equipped and suited for this challenge, having a good mixture of single target and cleave damage, so I found this to be pretty fun. Not too bad. Took me about 5 attempts. Also, I'm going to include a clip at the end of the fight covering what gear I had on, but it's nothing too special. I had the tier set from Aberys LFR, and I also got the trinkets just from doing the time rifts and the Dragon Isles, so otherwise don't feel like you have to have anything too special. So let's get started. Agatha, a mix of single target and cleave. Occasionally she'll summon these smoldering imps. They go down pretty quick. I generally like to hang on to some hard-hitting AoE ability just to always have available when she does summon adds. Occasionally you'll hear DVM announce big adds. That's your cue that in the back of the room, 2 imp servants are coming. They will always be priority to bring down, as they will heal Agatha. Now, these fuming imps, they're also important to manage. You can either draw them to the side of the corridor and let them blow up, but I like to just kill them as fast as I can, because if they blow up, they will leave a desecrated pool on the ground. That slows you and damages you. And you'll notice the play space for this challenge is very narrow, right? And that's why we have to manage those fuming imps. So I'm going to recommend you just kill them anytime you see them. You'll notice the swirlies on the ground. Those hurt. So, right, there's the fuming imps. They go down real easy. Best just to try. If you're a ranged class, you can kite them away. It's not a big deal. But as melee, you want to just bring them down. Umbral imps prevent Agatha from taking damage. So, of course, that means they have to go down very quickly, too. The cleave damage that Fury has makes managing these imps, in my opinion, pretty easy. This isn't raiding, okay? Don't feel like Mage Tower is different than raiding. Raiding, we don't miss cooldowns. We don't miss, you know what I mean? We use things on cooldown. We don't miss globals. This is different. Sometimes in DPS Mage Tower challenges, we are deliberately pulling back and hanging on to something to have in our back pocket, so that in moments where we need hard-hitting burst or AoE, we've got them available. Please keep that in mind, okay? Raiding is different than Mage Tower. Always remember that. So anyway, this is basically it for the first half of the fight. It's cycling through these 3 different types of imps. Once you hit her to 50%, okay, this is when a new mechanic, a new environmental mechanic comes into play, where these green boulders start dropping and rolling towards you. We still have to deal with all the same imps, but now we have to also be mindful of those rolling at us, continuing to keep our eyes on the swirlies on the ground. Those are meant to keep you moving. You can't just park your character and melee her, okay? If you're ever sitting there and like, what is causing me to take so much damage, you're probably standing in those little swirlies. So one thing I messed up as far as cycling through my defensive in this fight was I completely forgot about Spell Reflect, so try not to do that, but I like showing you guys videos where I make mistakes, because it's okay, right? Like, I'm pretty experienced with doing Mage Towers, and I still, every single time I do one, I make mistakes, so it's okay. There's no such thing as a perfect pull, alright? It's just, you're gonna make a mistake in every Mage Tower you do. So anyway, yeah, she just continues to teleport down the play space. The biggest tip I can give you guys, the biggest sort of secret, if you will, or whatever, is that's going to keep you alive in here as a Fury Warrior, is managing your impending victory, your victory rushes. So every time one of these imps dies, you get the victory rush. You'll see my tell me when right there. You see that? That's letting me know every time I have that up. That's your free and strong heal that you're getting. you don't see it on my bars because I haven't macroed into charge, right? But yeah, that's my single biggest tip in here, aside from the obvious, you know, cleaving down the adds and avoiding and cycling through your defensives. You're gonna really want to, almost on cooldown, use your victory rushes, because there is a lot of passive damage going on in this fight. And you'll see Agatha's getting a stacking buff, I believe, for every one of the imps. Every time you kill it, it's buffing her. That is your sort of soft and rage, if you will, mechanic that's in this. The longer the fight goes on, the harder hitting she will be. So just something to keep in mind. Oh, and one mechanic I have totally forgotten to talk about in this fight is you'll see that when she does Dark Fury and she gets that shield around her, we have to fight our way through that shield before you can interrupt it, before you can pummel her. A mistake I've made many times over the years in here is you just, you know, that muscle memory, you see the cast and you instantly hit pummel. She is immune to interrupts until you get through that bubble, so make sure you get through it before you waste your interrupt. So anyway, that's the fight right there. She goes down. Like I said, overall, I think Fury is just really well suited for this, and I found it to be really fun, not too difficult. Cycle through all your defensives when you need to, your rallying cries, so forth. Use those victory rushes like we talked about. There's the damage breakdown. Hopefully it helps some of you out there. If you have any questions, please feel free to comment below. Let me know if I missed anything or if you have any tips that you think will help. Like I said, we are going to cover the gear after this. So, but otherwise, if you don't need to see that, thank you so much for stopping by and watching. And I'll see you in Azeroth. Bye. Alright, so here's the quick breakdown of the gear I had on during the encounter. So, like I said, the paracausal fragment, trinkets that you can get from doing time rifts. If you're not familiar with time rifts, they occur once an hour in the Dragon Isles. You accumulate the currency, paracausal flakes, and you can buy different things with them. And that's what I got, the trinkets. So, there's the tier set. I got your standard 2 embellished pieces, the elemental area, and the ring. The only piece of gear I would recommend if you're struggling is going and getting the Ravage Seed Pod. So anyway, thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!